What is going on, foodie gang? What is going on? Get my water ready. Hey, Savannah, how you doing? You're tuned in to Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bang. And today we are in Alaska. Today we are going to make a low carb scramble with some smoked turkey sausage. And honestly, y'all, I always make scrambles, but this one I'm not gonna make any bread on the side or any grits. Hey, Erna, so we got the hash houses from Vegas. Got some water here. So double tap the screen, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And I just want to say, foodie gang, I am sorry I am late. I did not want to get out of bed today. Oh, thank you, girl. You know, I did a little something. Before I had my surgery, I used to always do my hair. But now my hair's been so tender. So, it's like 3 months past. I did a little something. I miss doing my hair. So, we're going to make a low carb scramble. We are going to put inside of the scramble, we're going to have our 4 eggs. We're going to have our yellow onions. We got our onions already diced up here. And we've been using onions and peppers and a lot of stuff. So I just cut up a lot and kept them in the fridge. Thank you, Arnell. Y'all so nice. We got our bell peppers, red and greens, Christmas. We got some cheese. So y'all know I love my cheese. Everybody don't like cheese, but I do. And then I have some yellow bell peppers back here that we're going to cut up. And then I like to put a little bit of milk in my scrambled eggs. It makes them fluffier. If you don't have milk, if you don't like milk, that's cool. You ain't got to do it. And then, hey, TMKC. And then here is our smoked, or turkey smoked sausage. I really like these. So I'm trying this low carb thing. We're gonna see. I'm not gonna put too much stock into it. But what it looks like is you do a lot of meat and a lot of vegetables. So we've taken out the bread, we've taken away the grits, and we're just gonna do the sausage and then the scramble. And I got some coffee here brewing. That's what I really need to wake me up because hold on. Somebody called me at 1 in the morning. I was hella mad. And it woke me up out of my sleep. And I was having a good sleep. And then come to find out, they didn't even mean to call me. So I was mad because you know how sometimes when you get woken up out of your sleep, you can't go back to sleep. I was having trouble. So that kind of ruined my, my sleep. Because it woke me up and then I couldn't go back to sleep. And then I'm up looking what do I do? It's 1 in the morning. And then I was going to, I did edit a video, a little bit of it for Ava's Playtime. But I got up and I was like, man, it ain't time for me to be up yet. So I laid back down. Then I knocked out, woke up, it was 7. And then from 7 to 8:30. From 7 o'clock to 8:30 this morning, I was laying down looking damn, it's already time. So, okay. First thing we're going to do is we're going to start to saute our vegetables for the inside. So let me get some things rearranged here. I'm going to use this frying pan right here for the veggies. It's a little bit bigger. And I'm only going to make a little bit of turkey sausage, so I don't need a huge pan for that. I'm going to put this up. How is everybody doing today? It is 9:50, almost 10 a.m. here. Okay. Yesterday I was going to go live, but this is what happened. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to cook. Because I feel like I've been making the same couple of things. I didn't know what to cook. And I have been driving And I have not been driving in a long time. So, one thing I noticed with driving, it makes my neck hurt. You guys know I had surgery. Well, they went through like the back of my neck pretty much to get to my brain. And I know at 10:50 a.m. San Francisco, they went through the back of my neck to get to my brain. It's like it's kind of like high up in my neck. I'll show it to y'all one day. I gotta have somebody else film it for me. But so when I drive, it hurts my neck. And so I noticed like when I was in Vegas, I drove a car, but here I'm driving this really big Tahoe. So my neck was hurting after I drove it yesterday. So I kind of just took it easy. I don't know if the time changes this weekend. That's a good point. I got my coffee here. So it hurts my neck when I drive. So I was talking to my friend. He was like, take it easy. And I was like, I have to take it easy. Like back in the day, I used to be driving, able to gymnastics. I would come home and do a live stream. But it's like I really can't go as hard as I used to go right now. And I just have to accept that. Like, things are just different for me. I think I need to start this coffee. Things are just different for me, and I have to just accept that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't. Oh, they're mowing the. Man, they're always cutting grass. All the time. But, I mean, they do keep the grounds nice, but it's like, god damn. Y'all always cutting grass. So, I just cannot go as hard as I used to go, and I have to accept that. Like, if I'm going to be driving, I got to, keep everything in mind. Like, I can't do all this stuff that I used to do. I mean, it is what it is. I'm happy I'm still here. I'm just learning that about my own body. It's like, I can't do everything super fast. I kind of got to, like, slowly work my way back into it. And so I know y'all done got spoiled. I be giving y'all breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And sometimes we even used to do panel shows. Like, you guys, Derrick Rose was captured. And, back in the day, your girl would have put up a whole live stream and talked about it. But, I got, I'm on light duty. I'm going to put this cheese off to the side so it doesn't melt. Okay, and then I need to get the turkey on here too. I'm on light duty, so I gotta be reasonable with what I can and can't do. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So I'm just getting back to driving, and what I'm noticing is that when I drive, I gotta be careful about planning out too much stuff. Because after I drive, my neck might be hurting, my head might be hurting. So I gotta not plan too many things back to back to back, which is what I used to do all the time. Alright, so we're gonna put our onions in here first. I might just put the rest of these onions. There ain't that many left in there. Ooh, it's so good? Scrambled eggs, onions, and spinach is so good. Thank you, Phantom. That's what I need. I need a massage. You know how after you have surgery, I feel like your neck and your shoulders are just stiff. So I'm working through that. But I do need a massage. I need a good loving man that want to caress. When I was in, I'll try to open this first. Therapy, they were giving me some nice neck massages. What the heck? So I need to be caressed. I need to be loved on. Like I was watching this. Okay, so after I drove, I got back to the crib. Um, thank you so much, Phantom. Phantom said I'm that loving man. Look, yeah, I need me a nice loving man that's gonna get the surgery kinks out. That's gonna massage me, not be complaining a lot. But after I drove, I got back to the house and I was like, yeah, I'm kind of gonna chill out. I feel like with when I was traveling too, I feel like towards the end of my Vegas trip, I started to get like a little sick. And so I got that too. I just wasn't really feeling that great yesterday. But I was watching this show and there was like, do you want to come up? And I was like, I can't come up this time. You know what I'm saying? I'm going through it. Yeah, but that's what I need, Phantom. I need me a nice loving man that's gonna massage these kinks out. Until then, I'm gonna have to just do it myself. Okay, so we got our onions on. I'm gonna hurry up, y'all. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it. I don't know why when I cook, I feel like I need to hurry. I don't know. Hey, Hawk, how you doing? But do y'all feel that way too? When you guys cook at home, do y'all feel like y'all need to hurry? I don't know why I be feeling that way. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like you guys are in-person customers. And we're doing a low-carb scramble. And then we're going to have smoked turkey sausage. We're just keeping it simple. Y'all done seen me make scrambles so many times. I have a lot of eggs. I got like a big case, like 5 dozen. So we're going to have a lot of eggs for breakfast. And I'm trying to do this thing where I'm eating less carbs. And what I noticed, you guys, is a lot of my food that I cook in here is full of carbs. So I'm like, do y'all have any egg recipes? Or y'all got, you know, what do y'all got? So we're going to try that. And then I was thinking this. If I don't have carbs in one meal, the next meal, we can have carbs, you know? So I'm trying to balance it out. We're going to see. We're going to see. We're going to see how long I stick with this. But yeah, that's what we're eating today. Okay, so for my sausage, I like to cut them in half. I like the crispy edges, so I cut them in half, and I feel like it cooks better. As also, you don't have to do this egg. And when I am cooking, I like to keep, I don't know if you guys can see it right there. I have like some soapy water in the sink. You can see it a little bit. Some soapy water in the sink. So then when you're cooking, what you do is you rinse off your dishes. And then you put them in the soapy water. So that when you do go to wash dishes, it'll be a lot easier. So we're going to get this on. I'm going to come back over. Then I'm putting my peppers in here. And I'm actually going to switch this burner and get my sausage on. You know, sometimes when you be cooking and talking, you be distracted. But that's okay. We here. So we got our veggies going for this. We're going to switch these out with our other pan. And we're going to get our sausage going. And we're going to come back to these veggies. So we got veggies in there. Y'all see, we're going to put our eggs in there. For the sausage, I'll put a little bit of oil down. You know, I got the hiccup, y'all. Got my water over here. Put this on the table. These sausages, these smoked turkey sausages, are great to have. They don't cost too much either. And you can do a lot with these. Like, I've used these for breakfast. I've used these for dinner, lunch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can do a lot with them. I don't know why this one. Okay, there we go. You can do a lot with them, and they're good. When I was in Georgia, I don't know what brand it was, but my cousin had some smoked sausage. I believe it did have pork in it because it tasted like it. It was freaking delicious. I feel like when I was down in the South, I feel like I gained some weight. I said, man, y'all eat too good out here. Hey, Damien, how you doing? Today we're doing a low-carb breakfast and turkey sausage. We're going to make a scramble with peppers and onions here, and then we're going to put our egg in here. We have a lot of veggies up in here, and then we're going to have our sausage, we got our coffee, we got our water, and then yeah. So I wanted to put the recipes on here, but y'all, I was fighting with the bag. But for dinner, we're going to do a $10 dinner for the family. And it's going to be hamburger helper. But we're going to use ground turkey. We're not going to use ground beef. And that's not be and like if you want to use ground beef, you can. I just happen to have ground turkey, so we're going to use that. Hey, Breeze, I got everybody up in here. What y'all doing up this? Well, it's not even early because it's 10 o'clock here, so I know it's probably like 12 or 1. Turkey sausage is leaner. Yes, and I don't have a problem with adding more turkey to my diet, you know? But there are some things that I be fighting on. But turkey sausage is not one of them. Like, that's an easy substitute. But yes, we're going to be making this for our budget meal for dinner. We're going to be making hamburger helper, cheesy Italian shells, where we're going to be using ground turkey. So this is a $10 dinner that you can feed the family. We're going to do that tonight. And let me get my eggs cracked while I'm standing up here. I'm just standing here looking. And then, Breeze at 2:02 in Virginia. Yeah, I got 10. So it's not morning, but what y'all doing today? What have y'all been up to? So then we're going to crack our eggs back here while all this is going. Y'all, I tried to wake up early today. I'm going to keep trying. Because I like when I get up early. I'm going to keep trying. Trying to get back in my bedtime. Hey, Steph, how you doing? That reminds me. Y'all remember when Marvin Sapp was asking the people at the church to donate? And then he was like, lock the doors! Lock the doors! And Breeze, I just came in from work. Breeze, you work in a warehouse, right? Right? That's kind of what it sounded like. And then Damien said, I'm just here listening to the rain fall. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, I enjoy my peace. I really do. At this age, I'm only 32, but I've been through a lot. I enjoy my peace. I really do, and I don't like when situations happen that interrupt my peace. You know, like, at this point in life, I don't want to argue with nobody. I don't want to go back and forth. If we have a disagreement, it is what it is. Hey, Herd, how you doing? If we have a disagreement, it is what it is. It's like, I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? And then when you take into account the stuff you go through in normal life, you don't want to argue with nobody. But, shout out to YouTube, because they be on here day and night arguing. I'm like, damn, y'all not tired? They be arguing about everything. Everything. Going back and forth. Like, bro, I don't even have time. I don't care anymore. I just want to be left alone. You know, y'all, I feel defeated. So, we have our eggs here. I'm going to mix them up. Yeah, I just want to be at peace. I don't want to argue with nobody. Nothing is really that serious. And then I also feel like some things that happen in life, whether we agree with it or not, Honestly, I feel like it's the way God wanted it to be. You know? So it's just like, well, what can I do if that's the way it's supposed to be? So, you know, and I always used to say this, and I say this, my dad used to always tease me. So I was like, it is what it is. He was like, why do you always say that? I'm like, because it's true. It is what it is, you know? Like, you can't fix everything. Okay, so when I cook my sausage, I like for it to have a little bit of color on it. Some people will call it burnt. I just to say it has a little color on it. Um, okay. Angela said she was over there checking out your car video. You know, there are some women who are into cars and sports and stuff like that. It ain't me, but there are some out there who put this milk in the fridge. Did I pour some milk in here? Dang. Foodie gang, did I pour milk in here? I don't think I did. Okay, and if I did, I don't think I did, but if I did, it's okay. Just gonna put a little bit in there. Because we already got 4 eggs. So a lot of eggs right here. And then after we get off of here, I'm gonna wake Ava up and get on my mommy duties. Alright, so we got our veggies here for our scramble. Onions, bell peppers, a lot of onions and bell peppers. And then we got our turkey sausage right here. When the scramble is done, I am gonna toss it with top it with some cheese. And I know y'all don't like cheese, but you know I'm a cheese lover. See, that's the way I like my sausage. With that color on there. You cut them in half. I have not spoken to Uncle since I've been back, so I will reach out to him and see. Y'all, I've been... Okay, so I've kind of been busy, but not like super physical, not physical busy, but like mentally busy, if that makes sense. I have been having to deal with my car and dealing with that whole situation, the back and forth. It's been a lot. But the new car, I was gonna get the 2015 Nissan Pathfinder. That car had some issues with it, so the car dealership didn't want to sell it to me. And so now now I have a 2008 Ford EcoSport. And I'm looking off into the distance because I'm trying to remember because I'm not a car person. Now I have a 2018 Ford EcoSport. They're fixing the tires and the window. And then after that, they'll give me that car. I'll give them back to the loaner. And I feel like when I get this situated, it'll take a big stress off of my shoulders. And also, the car that I'm driving now, the Tahoe, is very big, making my neck hurt. So when I go to the EcoSport, I feel like it will not hurt as bad to drive it because it's not such a big car. So we're going to put our veggies back over here, and we're going to get ready to put our eggs in there. And we got our sausage over here. We'll turn that up. So yes, I've been kind of occupied with that, and then, you know, getting back to regular life and the bills. But everything is looking good so far. Let me turn the music. I just noticed it stopped. Angela said, "Where Uncle at? I almost dropped these." Okay, now we're gonna put our eggs in there. Just gonna give it a pour like that. Angela said, "Where her man at? Where her man at?" Yeah. forgot. I was gonna put a little bit of greens on the plate too. Y'all, I almost forgot. Y'all sorry, y'all know I'm tired. Okay, then we're gonna give this a stir. Ooh, you guys know what I did yesterday? I made in my omelet maker. Y'all love that thing. We might pull that out tomorrow. The omelet maker, cool. Cause you can just put all your stuff in there. You know what I'm saying? Cool. It's nice and cool. Some people like to put cheese in the pan. The only thing I don't like about that is when you put cheese in the pan. Ugh. I feel like it makes the pan very hard to clean out. Okay. I do not care for murder mysteries. I don't hate them, though. My sister, Toya, she be, you know those videos where people like put their makeup on and then they tell a murder mystery? She loves those little shows. But I don't care for them. I don't hate them either. It kind of like, well, you know, when you be watching those snaps episodes where it be like the couple, I don't know. I don't like those. Like, you know, because they be juicy though, but you be thinking like you make you look at everybody all critical. So maybe I should get 3 eggs because I know I'm not gonna eat all these eggs. Oh, but you know what? Leftover breakfast is great because you can always make like a tortilla. I mean, a taco, or you can make a burrito. You know what I'm saying? There's always something to do with leftover breakfast, especially things like turkey. Okay, I don't like brown on my eggs, and I don't like my eggs to be too runny. Gotta be just right. And then Angela, she said, I love the escape room. I have never tried one before. I've never tried the escape rooms before, but they seem like they are really popular. In like the last couple of years, I see more and more of them. Now we're gonna put the eggs on there. I mean, no, I said the eggs on there. The cheese! The cheese, y'all. Okay. Then we got our plate here. We're gonna start plating up over here. Y'all, I tell you, when you love to cook, whatever you're making at home doesn't seem that hard. Like none of this seemed that hard. You know, or none of this was that hard. I think honestly the hardest part is getting y'all here, getting the live stream set up and all that. But I enjoy cooking. So I don't feel like anything that I do is super hard because you know I like to. This is what I be doing anyway. This is what I do. I cook, and then if I'm not cooking, I go somewhere to eat. But this is what I do. So I'm gonna try to. Okay, I made a lot of eggs, so we're gonna save these for something else. Don't know what yet, but we're gonna save them for something. Plate right. Let me move y'all up here. look for something. You know, one thing that I noticed with being home is I'm looking through my seasonings or like my spices, and I'm seeing what I don't have. Like, man, I don't got that. I don't got that. I'm gonna put a little something, something on top. Put a little bit of greens here. Not too much, just a little something. I was gonna do more, but I forgot. So, but honestly, seeing how much eggs I have, I really don't need to put a lot of stuff there. I'm gonna put a little bit more lettuce so it looks better. These are it's like a baby spring mix and then spinach mixed together. You know when you go to the store, you can get like a bunch of different like, you know those containers of like the spinach and stuff. They got the power greens. Well, they have a bunch of different combinations. So, low carb breakfast. We got our smoked turkey sausage. We got our scramble over here. Then we have a little bit of greens. And then you can do this up with ketchup, some sour cream if you want. Or you could eat it like this. Let me get a picture before I forget. Angela, is this Angela approved? Is this Angela approved? I want to know. So, we're going to try to eat less carbs. So, breakfast. I'm trying to figure it out, y'all. We gonna see. Let me get a picture before I sit down and forget. Okay, then we're gonna go to the table. Angela said yes, so that's good. I think I'm gonna get some ketchup. We're gonna go to the table and then we're gonna sit down. Okay. Hope that flash didn't bother y'all too much. Here we go. Look at that. Still hot. So let me hurry up and get to the table before it get cold. Because I'll be over here talking forever. But honestly, you guys know how you're at home and you cook. And then after that, you're not even super hungry. Because you cooked all that food. And you know what I'm saying? But let me get y'all over to the table. Okay, the lights can go out. But I got some more light for y'all. Don't worry. Got the ketchup here. Alright, y'all. I'm almost ready. Oh, am I afraid of heights? Yes, girl. Which is why it's crazy that Ava likes gymnastics, because I like to sit on the ground. But we got some food here. So, low carb breakfast. We got a scramble, got some turkey, we got a little bit of greens right there, and then we got some ketchup. Oh, before we get started, spray. I'm gonna put my shades on. My eye is still not, they're still not together, but I'm happy. I'm happy with how things turned out. Could be a lot worse, you know, closer. Okay. Dear Lord Heavenly Father, thank you for this food. Bless the hands that made it. Thank you for everything that you've done, everything that you continue to do. Thank you for providing us this platform where we can all connect, talk about food. We want to ask that you watch over Ava and everybody in the foodie gang. In Jesus' name, pray. Amen. Yeah, so when I was in bed this morning, I did not want to get up. But I'm trying to, like, you know, treat this kind of like a job. You go every day and you do, y'all know the YouTube game. You gotta be here. You never know. Oh, I did make another food stamp video. Y'all, the food stamps is the talk of the town right now. But I made another video. Y'all go check it out. And I got the time for tea. All right there. And I'll tell you, discipline is hard for me. I feel like, yeah, we got a skillet here, and we got smoked turkey sausage, and then the skillet is onions, bell pepper, green, red, yellow. So got a little something here. And she was sitting on the bag. That's the one thing about having glasses. When you drink something that's hot, it'll like fog your glasses up. But yeah. And then as she said, I just grabbed some bell peppers from my garden. I should make this. You know what? I'm so proud of you for doing that garden, because I just remember the first day. Well, it probably wasn't the first day that you started, but I remember when Coach Ferg was trying to tell you what to do. But look, I don't care what y'all say. People got some vegetables out of that garden, okay? But vegetables are... I do feel like eating healthy, it costs more. You know, you can get it costs more. So having a garden would be great. I'm just rolling. She was like, Coach, what you want me to do? And I ain't seen Coach Ferg in a minute. The last time I saw him was on your channel, El Chivo, when Austin was up there. But when Coach be shaking his head, he just be looking so disappointed. Some people. You know what I really miss and what's going to be really hard for me is potatoes. I love me some potatoes. Um, Hash browns, fries, skillet. I just love potatoes. And I feel like potatoes are very versatile. So that's going to be hard for me. It's not eat, what to try not to eat potatoes. But I got one sweet potato. I don't like the word dieting because I feel like as soon as I say that, I get hungry. But I'm trying this low carb, trying to eat less carbs. But yeah, I feel like as soon as you say the word dieting, you just like, you just get hungry. But I'm trying this low carb eating where I'm eating less carbs. Less like bread, but y'all know I'm human, right? So with all that being said, I'm gonna try. But I saw her over there working out. I said, when she inspired me to like, I need to get up and do something. And then Hawk said sweet potatoes are a little bit lower on the glycemic index. It has the word. Angela's funny. You know what y'all need to do? Get you an air fryer. If you don't want to heat up the whole house, that air fryer is perfect because it's like, it'll cook the food, it'll roast it how you want, give it that color, and it won't heat up the whole house. And so I really like the air fryer. And I'm gonna last so it don't get that hot. Just clarify. But on them hot days, yes, it's quicker to. I want to get a new air fryer and replace the one I have, because the one I have was like it was used, it was given to me, which I'm not complaining. I got a couple of years out of it, but I just want to get a new, nicer and cleaner looking one. But it works fine. It works really fine. And when they gave it to me, it was like still brand new. I know Angela. Look, Angela be on top. She on top of me. But yeah, I'm gonna try to do lesser carbs. We're gonna see how it goes. Eventually, I'm gonna get back into the gym. You know. Eventually. Yes, the air fryer is quicker too. You don't gotta heat up the whole house. And like, I made a lot of stuff in mine. You know. I made potatoes, chicken in there, pizza. And yes, I know I can have some potatoes. I think the problem with me is the control. Because it's like if I do have potatoes for breakfast, or I have like carbs, and that means I can't have it for the rest of the day. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that whole balance thing that I clearly don't have no control, because I be eating, y'all. When I was in culinary school, they used to love root vegetables, but I haven't had I do carrots. Speaking of which, I have some carrots that we're probably gonna end up roasting. Not a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing that $10 meal with which will be the carbs. Um, for dinner. $10 meal for the family. We're gonna be making hamburger helper, but we're gonna be using turkey instead of ground beef. No, just because I have ground turkey. When ground turkey, people be sleeping on ground turkey, but you can do a lot with ground turkey. And then let me pull up the chat because I'm behind. El Chiba, what you talking about? El Chiba is so funny. And you know how you meet people that they act one way on camera, but they act different in person. I would say El Chiba is the same. Like, you know, she's just doing the same laugh. Like the way she come across on camera is really how she is in person. But I tell you this, man, when we hit that go live button and we went live, El Chipo got into like content creator mode. Like she wasn't playing no games. But I would say, you know, for the most part, El Chipo is the same way that she is on camera. A lot of people be faking, and it's like, I don't know why though. You can just be yourself. People like you, they like you. They don't, they don't. Elsie said, it's been 10 days. I broke in and grabbed a Sprite today. Elsie, well, it was like you did good in them 10 days, though. Oh, I haven't had yuca in a long time, but I've had that before. Yes, we would do a lot of the root vegetables when I was in culinary school, but honestly, before then, I never really heard of a lot of them. Like, carrots, of course, but... You know what? I need to put some on these, this lettuce here. But you did good in 10 days. Yesterday, it's tough. Tough day for me. I feel like when I'm at home, it's good, but when you are out and about, everything. It looks like everything when you're out and about has carbs. Like if you just grab a bag of chips real quick, you can't do that, you know. Yeah, she was so funny. I don't know that feeling. But man, soda is like so good. It's better just to try to avoid it. Yeah, so that's what's going on. We're gonna have that for dinner. Um, El Chipo always on vacation, but you can do that when you're in Cali or when you're in the States. Nothing wrong with that. And I would say like this school year is different for me because I'm homeschooling Ava. So far so good, but it is different. It's like, oh, okay, I'm a whole teacher now. But it is different. I'm kind of, a part of me is glad she's not going to school because I don't have to like worry about getting her there. You know, like the logistics of everything. Because I am going through what I'm going through. But, I told Ava, if she ever wants to go back to school, she can. It's not like, I'm not going to be that parent that's like, you can't do that at all. If she says, Mommy, I want to go back to school next year, cool. I'll put her back in school. It's not a big deal, you know? And she says, Mommy, I want to stay home, I get both sides. Someone said egg, sausage, mustard, potato. Okay. Got some flavored seltzer. It's not the same, but a good sub. Okay. And then LG would say, I'm cool on the homeschooling. Yes, only certain type of kids can be homeschooled. Some kids, gotta send them to school. um, yeah, every kid's different. Like if Ava was up in here jumping on the couches, acting crazy, always yeah, you might need to go to school, but it would be kind of just, I could say it was like me a little bit. She's just calm. Ava wore out. She wore out. Ava tired. I mean, when I was in Vegas, most of the days, Ava wanted to go back to the hotel room and chill. She didn't even, like, we would do, like, one thing, like, we would go, like, when we went swimming. She would be cool with chilling in the hotel. We go do the Spy Ninja headquarters, a little amusement park for kids. After that, she chilling. So, you know, but if I had a rambunctious kid, it'd be a different story, you know? And I realized that I only got one kid. I can't tell everybody what to do. Hawk said it's so cool if she can be, if she can still be social, she in gymnastics, so it might be a good thing for her. Yes, and that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. We did do the skills test at gymnastics, and they recommended the level that she needs to be at for, you know, because before we left, Ava had her fractured her left toe, so we're gonna get her back in there very, very soon. And I'm, you know, like, I feel like we're at that stage of life where it's like we're kind of getting things back on track because of everything that's happened. And it's an inconvenience, but I have to be honest with myself. I have to appreciate where I'm at because, you know, things could have went a lot differently, but I have to keep that in mind. Like, hey, you're not 100% yet, you know? So we're working, we're on the slow mode right now. So I gotta be honest, I gotta be realistic with myself and be proud of myself for the things that I have accomplished. Cause, you know, yes, it could always be more, but I'm happy with where I'm at in life. Yes, it is a process, and I had to come to grips with that. Cause I'm like, oh man, you know, we used to do this. Well, I'm like, you know what? This is different time. Like I've never had this YouTube channel, had Ava in gymnastics, and had all this going on, and then got brain surgery. The last surgery I had, Ava was I don't think she even started gymnastics. So I gotta, you know, keep that in mind too. Like this is a different time. The last surgery, I was only here for 4 months, so we wasn't doing that much. But we are fully invested into life now. And so I gotta, you know, keep that in mind. Like, all this stuff to maintain it is gonna take a lot of work. And to get back to where we used to be, it's not gonna happen overnight. It's not. You know, I can do like, I used to do like 3 or 4 live streams in a day, take her to gymnastics, clean the house. I was like, okay, I ain't gonna be able to do all that. Like, Yesterday I went to the car dealership because I had to sign papers on that the new car. Um, because they changed it from the Nissan to the 2018 Ford EcoSport because the Nissan had car problems. Once I got back from doing all that driving, my neck was hurting. The back of my head was hurting. I said, you know what? That might be it for my day. This might be it right here. So, and Hawk said, life is different now. The state of the whole world. Always say, all I can do is all I can do. Yes. And I just had to realize that. And I'm like, I just need to give it to God. Whatever is going to happen is going to happen. I'm doing my best. That's really all I can do. You know, like, I got to be fair to myself, too. And like I can't. I used to drive and didn't do all these different live streams. I do Uber Eats. I gotta take it slow now. And I'm still thankful for being able to do the simple stuff. Hey Blaze, he said, "Wow, 907, you cook up a scrumptious meal and the brother still can't get a plate." Well, Blaze, you want CP time. Yeah. To get a plate, you got to be on time. But yes, Blaze. How you doing, Blaze? Blaze, I love when I see you because you always have very positive words. You come in, you say, where my plate at? One day, I would love to go on like a cooking tour and then be able to like I want like a stage with a kitchen. You know how y'all ever see them like cooking shows where they got the stage and they got the live audience? I would love to do that. And then call people from the audience to come up and try it. Something like that. I said I feel too, Blaze, but I can't say that. Look. I just know when I get here, I'm gonna show up. You don't know when I'm coming though, but I'm gonna get here eventually. But we just Mmm. Mmm. Thank you, Blaze. But you know how they used to have the Emerald show, Emerald, and he would have like a live studio audience, and then he would be like cooking. I would be cool with doing that. Where it's like you go to the stage and it's like a little kitchen, and then you cooking for people and they're in the audience. Like that would be a lot of fun. But thank you, Blaze. When I be telling people my ideas, they were like, "You crazy." But I feel like this. Why not dream big? Because I feel like if you dream big and it doesn't happen, wherever you end up falling will be still a great dream. You know what I'm saying? But if you dream small and you think small, then you're never gonna get nowhere. So you might as well dream big, even if it sounds crazy, and go for it. Right? That's what I. But some people are just so freaking scared, and I'm like, what is the worst that can happen? Right? If you do it, it doesn't work, you just don't talk about it no more. But yeah, I was like, I might as well. I always feel like I might as well try. I don't know if it could ever work. I might as well try. But a lot of people don't have that mindset, and that's okay. But with all that being said, let me try what I'm talking about. And if it don't work, it don't work. I'll just get a new plan. Right? If something doesn't work, you just change, do something different. Oh, at least I tried. You know what I'm saying? This scramble with this ketchup is so good. You know what I want? I want to hire an editor, but I don't want to pay them. Because I have so many videos that I need to edit. So many videos. Or so many ideas of videos. I got all... Y'all probably see a video from in Vegas in November. Just because I have so many videos, but I just don't have... I don't edit that fast. Some, like El Cheapo, you be editing fast, in my opinion. And Blake said, you got this far, no need to pump the brakes now. If Amber Rose did it, you can do it much better. And that's how I feel. Whatever happens, happens. But I'm going to at least try. And if it doesn't work out, oh well. Oh well, whoop-de-doo. I saw this video. And then I think I wanted to put it into my last food stamp video, but I think I forgot. It was this old man. He was like, yeah, I get food stamps. And whoop they do. It was so funny. Yeah. Man. Blaze said, you're going to need an executive producer for your cooking show. I know someone, Blaze, who might be available. Look, Blaze. Let me find out. Let me find out. Elsie would say, I don't like editing. It takes too much time. And the pre-recorded don't get nearly as many views as the live. Even in your shorts, when you made the turkey burger lettuce wrap, I want to do more shorts like that. Like, I did not know this, but when I first started making videos, I was making 1-minute cooking lessons with Chef Big Beck. And I didn't notice this. One of those videos, it always gets comments and people add it to their favorites on TikTok, but I didn't realize how many views the video actually got. So I did 1-minute cooking lessons, and I had red beans and rice, and I was making it in the rice cooker. Right? It's also on YouTube. This video, I did not notice this until I looked the other day, did 24,000 views on TikTok. I said, what? And so I pinned it to the top of my TikTok, and I was literally just making rice in the rice cooker, but it's one of those how-to videos that shows you how to do it. But people like those videos. I just don't want to edit. Like, if I was to edit all these videos, I don't think I'll be on live that much. Oh, she was saying I like TikTok edit them short. And then I do like TikTok for that reason. But I showed you how to make rice, Zataran's red beans and rice. That video did 24,000 views on TikTok. And I did not know that until yesterday. And I said, dang, I need to be doing more of these how-to short videos. Just the editing. I just, ugh. So recently, my pre-recorded videos have actually been doing really, really well over here, which is crazy. They never do good. Never. That's why I don't really do them. But recently I've been doing these ones talking about food stamps. Food stamps are all the rage. All the rave. But a lot of people are talking about food stamps right now. But my pre-recorded videos have been doing good. So have my shorts. But I want to do more of the how-to, the short videos. Because I know a lot of people like those. I'm gonna, over time, I'm gonna get back on my posting. I used to post a lot on like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, but I just been posting mainly on YouTube. And then yeah, but I do like how TikTok will edit your short for you and like will make like match up with a song, sync the beat to. I like that. And I see YouTube YouTube trying to get something like that, but the I don't know. But what do y'all have planned for the day? Or some of y'all, it's already like 3, 2 o'clock. Bree said he was at work and he came back. You know what I'm gonna do when I get my new whip? I'm gonna get the dashboard mount and I'm gonna do more car content. I'm gonna try to, or at least more. I'm gonna do. You know how those people get the food and then they eat the food in the car. I did one of those. I reviewed the McDonald's and the Sonic in the car before, but I want to do more of those type of videos where you're like in the car eating. People love them videos, and I always watch them myself. There are some people where it's like that's all they do for their content. I be seeing people that be having like, no, not necessarily mukbangs, because mukbangs, if I eat all that food, I'm gonna get big. Some people can eat food and be okay. No, it's not necessarily mukbangs where you go to like Sonic or McDonald's and you order the new burger, right? You know how fast food always has like new food coming out, and then you eat the food in the car. But I was saying that there's people that do mukbangs, like Zen Within. She does mukbangs all the time. She'll be in her car. I tried to do mukbangs before, but I was like, I can't do this. My ass will get big as hell. Yes, food reviews. That's the right name. When people, so there's people that like eat and they go in the car and like, I've done a couple of those, but in my Saturn, the inside of it is not bad, but it's an older car, you know what I'm saying? But in the new car, it'll be looking nice, so I'm gonna give me a little mount, and I'm be like, look, this is remember when they came up with the Krabby Patty from Wendy's? Like I would get that, and then I would eat that, and then review it, and then make it into a short video. Um, I could do some lives too, but we gotta be real. It's about to be winter. The heat gonna be on. And El Cheapo always go live from her car. I try to do a couple of the driving ones. Y'all, the conditions are just too much out here in Alaska. And I'm one of those drivers where I need to focus. Like, I don't like to be on the phone. If I am, it'll be hands free. If I'm on the phone with you, you can't be arguing and doing a whole lot of drama. It's, you know what I'm saying? You gotta focus. In the winter. Now, for summer, that's different. So what I'm gonna do, answers that change the background instead. Are you talking about when I'm doing the car lives, or change the background? What, right here where I'm sitting at, or in the car? That's a, that's an option. I never thought about that before. Oh. That's a good idea. I never tried that. I never tried to like change the background or anything. I just was like, that's why because I have done live streams from my car before, but you want to be moving around a lot. But this car would be nice, so I'm gonna get probably like a dashboard mount, or I might even get my own one if it's still. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it in a minute. We gotta look at it. I feel like with those mounts, I feel like once you move them, they don't be the same. Whether like it has a sticky thing or not, I feel like once you move it around a lot, it just don't be the same. Um, yeah, y'all. So they caught your boy, Derrick Groves. Remember the last inmate that was on the run from New Orleans? They caught him in Atlanta. And right before I got on here, they caught him yesterday, I believe. Right before I got on here, I was looking at this video that was showing his living space. And I don't know if the police came through there and ransacked it, and then that's what we're looking at. But it was a mess. And apparently, allegedly, it sounds like when Derrick Groves was on the run, it sounded like he may have been selling drugs too at the same time to get the money up. And it sounds like he was with his girlfriend, and the girlfriend, they had some type of dispute or something, some type of argument, and she told on him. But it's not even like the police technically found him. Somebody told on him. It's like, damn. I wonder. We need a book. We need a documentary. We need something. Thank you, Jeffrey. Hey, girl. How are you doing, Ish? Okay. Woo! And then she said, Chef, send me one of those posters. You know what, Ish? I do want to make you a little gift bag. And thank you so much for when we were down in Atlanta. Ava absolutely loved her gift. And she absolutely loved her gift. And she really wants to meet you. So, okay. You know what? That's a good idea because I gotta get some merch and I need to order some samples and see. I'll definitely get you together a little package, girl. Give me till November though, girl. Just I gotta get caught up on the bills. I got to get a new car. A lot of expenses going on. It's crazy, but I would definitely put together a gift basket to you for you, and send it down there of my merch. You know what, Ish? I'm happy that you said that because I wouldn't feel right to give you a poster and a shirt if I'm giving you a gift. That feels weird to me. Like I'm giving you a gift and it has my logo on it, so I'm glad you said that. Cause I would not have thought to put that in your gift basket. Cause I be feeling like, dang, I'm giving somebody a gift and it's my name and my logo. It feels weird to me. So we will definitely do that for you, Ish. And I have something else that I wanted to give you. It's a souvenir from Alaska. And I thought that you would love it, but we just didn't get to meet up. Ish said, "Oh my God, that is so sweet. We can make it happen. Love to meet her too." Yes, she really wants to meet you. El Chipo, we love you. El Chipo. Me and El Chivo, we got an unspoken bond. She said, "Did I see that you was going back to Vegas?" El Chivo, I had to text you. um, and it was so great meeting Angela Hurd and meeting El Chivo. Ebony. Yeah. She checked the hell out of me because I called her El Chivo her screen name when we met. She's like, look. Don't even do all that. I'm Ebony. Okay. um, you said, "Chef, it doesn't matter. I'm grateful." Yes, I always feel weird when I give somebody a gift and it's my logo because I'm like, I'm not that type of person where it's like, I'm like that. What do you call it? That big headed. You know what I'm saying? I want. So I'm glad that you said that you want a poster. I can get you some 907 goodies merch. For sure. Um, and then Ish said, "Yes, I can represent you." Thank you so much. And Ish, we still watch your videos, girl. She be over there dancing. Maybe that's why I need to do so I can give me a little shave. But El Chivo was like, "Call me Ebony." But you know what? I met El Chivo probably like a year and a half ago. I saw the first time I saw you was on the Drip Show. And ever since then we just been cool because we be looking at people because we are in a similar situation as far as being single moms, and we be at a lot of the same channels where we used to where they be arguing a lot. So me and our people just be looking like, look, we tired of y'all talking about us. We wanted the good ones. So me and her kind of we always been cool because we always coming from the same position. But when we be seeing people, we be laughing and we be having similar thoughts. But I always say, um, it's my sister from another mother. Shout out to El Chipo. I can't wait till we meet again. Orange and olive green go so well together. I know. I wish I could have a stylist. Someone help me to dress. Um, but I love clothes and I definitely want to add more pieces to my collection, you know. So I'm gonna go right over there on there to Shein. I know I ain't got no money. um, you said A one time for Ava. Yes, Ava is my biggest cheerleader. She is so sweet and so positive. She said it is so cool that chefs know some of her cheerleaders. Yeah, in real life. And when I'm very blessed and very grateful to have this channel. When we reached that mark of getting monetized, I cried. Because it's like, I've been cooking for so long. And I was never able to do it the way I wanted to. But with this channel, I am. I'm able to cook what I want, when I want. And then I'm able to also talk to people and I don't have anybody coming around the corner saying, "Hey, what are you doing? How long?" I can sit here all damn day and talk. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Some chefs, they just want to cook and get on. I want to cook, sit down, eat, talk to my people. And so when I got montage, I cried because it was like, man, I finally get to do what I love and at the same time, you know, the possibility to make a little bit of money from it. I think that that's great. And I want to say this: no one gets rich overnight. Those are only a couple of stories. Um, you got to put work in, and I'm gonna continue to work. And one day we're gonna look up And one day we're gonna look up. It's gonna be a lot of people. But for right now, we're gonna look up and be happy with what we got. Be blessed. You know, some people have never made it to this mark. Some people got 100 subscribers and stopped making videos because they got discouraged. I think the hardest part is to not give up on yourself, even if you don't see results immediately. Um, it's not gonna happen overnight. I know it would be nice. I was hoping that one of my videos go viral and I just blow up and I wake up and the paparazzi's outside. But I gotta be real with myself. That ain't gonna happen. And that's okay. That's okay too. Well, we're gonna have fun until we get to where we wanna go, and we're gonna let God determine what's going on. And at the end of the day, God has the final say so. And if it ain't time for you to blow up, you might not blow up. If it's time, you know. But you gotta enjoy the race. Angela said, Cheapo, check out the TMZ After Dark tour. That tour looked freaking tight when I looked at it. And then he said, Chef, I'm shy at just talking to the phone. You know, I promote dance for happiness and health. You know what I would say? I used to kind of be shy too. Like when you see me in person, I don't be talking this much. It's probably because I be tired after I do all this talking. You had to come up to me and like start the conversation. But I'm actually really quiet in real life. But after a while, you start seeing names and you start seeing people. It don't really feel like you're just talking to yourself. It feels like you're talking to people. But I have heard that before. Someone told me, they was like, wow, in your videos, I feel like you're really talking to me. It's like, because I am. But there's nothing wrong with dancing. See, I'm shy about dancing. Like, and like, Chiba had a workout live stream the other day, and I was like, man, I don't know if I want y'all to be looking at me while I'm working out. I might want to quit. But I don't know, you know, it's like, that's a whole 360. But, you know, Chiba inspired me. Chiba said, look, I'm going to be who I'm going to be, and I don't give a damn. He said, congratulations, Chef. I was right here when you were monetized. Yes, and Ish came and met me when I was in Georgia. And she brought Ava a beautiful gift basket. She brought me a souvenir from the YouTube content creator events that they have. And we were so happy. Look, it makes me mad because at the time, I'm still not really able to fully smile. So I look mad as hell in the pictures, but I'm actually super happy in the inside. And I gave her like 5 hugs. But I gotta come back when I can smile. And then I'll probably feel a little more comfortable dancing because I'll have my balance together. But, hey, Kevin Gonzalez, how you doing? But I was happy in them pictures. I just can't smile yet. And he said, laughingly, yeah, I couldn't get Chef to dance with me. Girl, look. After that surgery, I'm still working on my 2 feet. Making sure I can walk correctly. And you know what? I ended up falling trying to walk this freaking dog when I was at that same apartment, same townhouse in Georgia. And I fell really bad, scraped up my right knee. I was so mad. I was like, man, this is why I don't got no damn dog. But, and Angela said Chiba was doing the damn thing. I was just, yes, Chiba, you did that for like, what, 45 minutes, an hour? Girl. No, what I was saying was Chiba, like, Ish was saying that she's shy with talking, and I was saying I'm shy with dancing. And like how you was doing the workout. I don't know if I want y'all to watch me while I work out. I think that the men probably would like it, but I probably would like not like it. Yes, girl, I scraped up my knee in that same townhouse in Georgia that you came and saw me at Ish. And I was like, man, I was so mad because I was trying to walk the dog. The dog was acting kind of crazy. So I went to grab him from Ava. I took a step. It was over. I wanted to kick that dog, but it wasn't really the dog's fault. It's like my balance is still, I'm still working on my balance. So yes, I'm feeling much better. Um, I have driven probably about 3 or 4 times since my surgery. That is a really big accomplishment for me, and I'm really proud of myself. And right now, I'm in Alaska, but we're not fully into the winter yet. So what I'm gonna try to do is drive a little bit each day to kind of get me comfortable before the winter comes. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I was proud of myself. Like, I'm doing it. So when I had my surgery, so like the back of your head, like right here, like this area, like kind of like on my neck, is where they went in. Like I have a line right here. Y'all can't really see, like right here. Hey, thank you so much, Ish, for the gifts. So they went in, um, pretty much like through the back of my neck to get to my brain. So when I'm driving and I'm turning a lot, I notice that the back of my neck starts to hurt. And that's why I said when I drove yesterday, I got home, I said, man, I'm about to relax. I was kind of hurting a little bit from driving. Um and then they cut off probably about like 10 dreads. So like my hair grows really fast. So right now it's kind of like it's not a fade, but it's like a little. It's starting to grow back a little bit. I'm about to have B2B in the back of my hair. Yes, that TMZ After Dark tour does look tight. And then Angela said, "You did that aerobic workout we were talking about." Yes, El people did that. But yeah, yeah. So when I be driving, I'm like, man, like even like doing this, it just feels like really, really weird. But it's I'm happy that I made it. Like when I went to gymnastics the other day and I was seeing the other parents, they were so happy to see me and see Ava. Life is been lifing for you, girl. Ooh, nah, that's the one I want to go to. They got a TMT brunch one too. Okay, you guys, I did not know TMZ is undefeated. I don't know where they be getting their scoops from, but they TMZ. You see TMZ on the news with the little watermark in there. Um. Oh, it's been good. It's been good. Very calm here. It's very calm. I've kind of just been resting, relaxing, doing my own thing. Trying to work on getting back into my routine with Ava as far as like how this homeschool thing is gonna work. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's been good. It's been good. Look, don't come over here unless you call. Don't come over here unless you call. Look. And when you come, you're gonna have to bring me something, or I ain't come to the door. Oh yeah, Angela Hurd and Cheapo, they share the same birthday month. Cheapo, what did you end up deciding for your birthday? Are you doing the gospel karaoke that you were talking about? So I know we were talking about that for a minute. Ish, are you still here? When's your birthday? Ish be everywhere dancing. I'm like, man, you and Ava, y'all love to dance. Oh, so you guys remember how when I was on vacation and we had them full length mirrors, and I tell y'all Ava will be in there all day. I got her one from Walmart. And I'm gonna get some more for my room too. Cause I was thinking about that. I was like, dang, when I get dressed, I can't really check how my outfit look because I don't got a mirror in my room no more. Oh, okay. So that's what said. I haven't decided for myself yet. Disneyland or actually, yes, you were saying that Disneyland because you were gonna take your daughter. Well, y'all share the same birthday. Um, so yeah, I got Ava Mirror, and she ain't even been up in there doing dancing and all that yet. But I just got it. And Angela said those prices went up. I heard Disney World is expensive, but El Cheapo is very fortunate to already be in California and or to be near places like that. Hey G Honda, what's going on, G Honda? G Honda, we made your favorite. We made a low carb breakfast scramble with onions just to celebrate you. We made turkey sausage as well, smoked turkey sausage. We was over here grabbing. I was like, you know what? Let me throw a couple extra onions in there for G Honda. Yeah. 104 is the cheapest, so I'm happy it's the price for the day. Okay, so 104 to get in to Disneyland? Huh? I'm doing good, Jihan. I'm just back at home in Alaska now. We ended our tour. And I'm just kind of getting used to normal life again. I drove the other day. I've probably driven about 5 times, or like maybe like four times since my surgery, which is really good to finally get back to driving. And that's a big step. Cause you gotta watch the road, watch people around you. Ooh, 104 each. El Cheapo said yes, and that's the cheapest day. That is to get into Disneyland. Oh wow, wow. Well, El Cheapo's El Cheapo got a balling lifestyle. She go on vacation all the time. But I heard Disneyland is expensive. But that's one of those things that's probably like, you go, you get your pictures, you know. I always wanted to go when I was a kid. I still haven't been. One day I'm gonna go though. But yeah, I've been doing good, Jihanna. Just getting back situated into life. After my surgery, I never really got that time to get back into my normal schedule. So I'm doing that now. Um, so I'm gonna try to drive a little bit each day. Not super long drives, because, after a while, it's alright. It's too much. But, yeah, that's what we got going on. And then I'm going to do that live stream. I think I already have it set up for, like, 6:30 or 7. It's already set up on there. Um, Egoist asked me, which is one of the foodie gang. He asked me, "Can you post the recipes the day before so that I can go to the store, and try to buy the stuff?" And what I will say is that one day we're gonna get back to that. But y'all gotta bear with me. We still on light duty, so and all that stuff. But yeah, 104 just to get into Disneyland for 2 people? Are you taking Rashad? Yeah. You gotta tell Rashad to pay for yourself. You grown now, boy. Girl, that would be all we would be doing that day. Ooh wee. Let's see what we got going on in the news. Hey Kelly, how you doing? I'm doing good. We had a low carb scramble with eggs, of course, onions, green bell pepper, red and yellow. And then we hit it with some salt and pepper, a little bit of cheese, and then we had some smoked turkey sausage on the side. And we had a little bit of greens. It was good. Yeah. I know I was doing checking the news, see what's going on. Hey, Emperor. You know what, Emperor? We ain't had none of the TROLL, but I bet since you got here, we finna see him now. But we just made breakfast and we just sitting here chilling. Y'all know how we do. We cook, we eat, and then we talk. When I eat, I don't like to hop up and start doing stuff right away. I kind of like to sit, you know what I'm saying? To sit, think about what I ate, reflect on it, then I'll get up and wash the dishes. And then Kelly, are you still at that same job that you were talking about that you got? I think you said you were working at the hospital, right? In the kitchen? Or I could have it wrong. But are you still at that same job? Because I remember when you came through and you told us that you had a job interview, and then you got the job. You was like, I really like it. Okay. Oh, so y'all have y'all been following the ICE in Chicago situation? And no, not just ICE, the National Guard, excuse me. National Guard to Chicago. And there was another place. I believe the federal court just blocked it or like gave like a restraining order for 2 weeks. Yeah, Chicago doesn't want the National Guard to come in there. They did ramp up ICE in Chicago. Okay, thank you, Emperor. Yeah, that National Guard situation is getting hot and heavy. Because I was like, I'm looking at the article right now, but yeah, they don't want the National Guard. And this is how I feel. As of now, or from what I'm looking at, the government should shut down, right? You should not send no troops nowhere knowing that they are not getting paid. I don't think that's really fair. It seems like they would be extra hostile just because they're not getting paid. Y'all need to stop asking people to do stuff while not getting paid. I think it's kind of crazy. Okay, a federal judge. The last time the National Guard came to Detroit was the 1967 riots. They had to pull the 82nd Airborne out of Vietnam to back them up. I remember you told me that. So a federal judge ruled Tuesday that the U.S. Immigration, or ICE, agents violated a federal consent decree when arresting nearly 24 illegal immigrants at the start of President Donald Trump's term early this year. The U.S. District Judge extended the consent decree that limits immigration agents' authority to make warrantless arrests until February 2026. Cummings also ordered ICE to start making monthly disclosures of how many warrantless arrest agents make each month. Okay, I don't know, you guys. I don't know. They're doing a lot to protect these illegals, is what I'll say. And yeah, the government is still shut down. Employees are getting served with reduction in force notice as we speak. And I heard that if they furlough them, they don't have to give them back pay. And a lot of people feel like when you get a federal job, you work for the federal government, you know, it's a good job. It's very secure. But then when this happens, or something like this, it's like, damn, that sucks. And then, to me, it's kind of making Trump look a little crazy because he came and said, I'm going to do all this stuff. We're going to do this. We're going to be hard on crime. We're going to get the illegal immigrants out. You know, stuff is going to be cheaper. And then here we are, the whole government shut down. It's like, what are we talking about? Them RF notices they're getting today are firing them outright. Hey y'all. Ava just woke up. Um, I let her stay up late last night. I know she probably never went to sleep.
I did go to sleep, but me, it was like 30 minutes after. I was straight to sleep.
I let her stay up late last night.
Can I have some of that?
Yeah, you can. I forgot it was there. Yeah, when you get a government job, you think you're doing good because it's federal, it's a government job, and then all this happens. But Trump made all these promises and all these things he was going to do. Here we have it, not even a year later, the government shut down. I don't care who they want to blame, the Republicans, Democrats. I'm not with all that blame game stuff. My thing is this: it's making you look a little crazy, in my opinion, because you say you were gonna do all this stuff, and here we have it. The government shut down.
It's everyone's fault at this point.
I agree with you, Ava. My pops got an notice when I was a baby. Luckily, it was temporary. No, go change your clothes. No, you cannot watch TV. Okay, so yeah, it sounds like they don't want ICE to be picking up illegal immigrants, even though that's kind of like federal law. I don't like it's just I don't know, it's just weird to me. Chicago mayor creates ICE-free zones to block federal agents from city property. But he's doing what he said that he would do. I do agree with that, Angela. He did deliver on some of the things that he said he was going to do. I think a lot of I think some of the things that people don't like, and what I would say, okay, is the tariffs. The fact that the government shut down and that we're not seeing lower prices right off the bat. I think are some of the things people are kind of angry about. But he did do what he said he was gonna do. But I did not think that would mean the government would be shut down. I didn't think that meant people would be getting laid off. And then Empress said exactly heard. He said it. These bird brains voted for it. Let them suffer from it. Yeah. But you know what? It's starting to look like. Huh? Yeah, you can. It's starting to look like, or I don't even know if I have iron. I think I do. It's starting to look like every president that you vote for, something bad. There's some bad that can be said about it. Like if you voted for Obama, they got stuff bad to say about that. If you did vote for him, or if you didn't, it's kind of just looking like it is what it is at this point. And the stock market is literally crashing right now. Yeah, so, but no politicians, first of all, they can't even really be trusted. No politician, and nothing is going to be like 100%, you know. Okay, and I heard that a lot of the air traffic controllers starting to miss work. Some flights are being delayed, which I'm happy that I got out of the way before all that happened with the airport. And Angela said, yep, moved my money when he became president. The Dow Jones is almost down 800 points. And Emperor, do you feel like the stock market is down because of the government shutdown or because of the tariffs? As more air traffic controllers miss work, Transportation Secretary threatens to fire problem children controllers. But it kind of just seems like no matter who's the president, it seems like it's never gonna be 100%. Because when Biden was in office, there were some things that a lot of us didn't like. When Obama was in office, you know, like just when Bush was in office, it seemed like it's starting to look like, I guess you picked the lesser of two evils. Right now, because of the shutdown, and federal employees are getting them notices right now. So yeah, we're gonna see how long this is gonna drag out with this government shutdown, and we're gonna see what happens. One of our airports shut down for 5 hours. Oh wow, the control tower at Chicago O'Hare, which is a very big airport, International Airport, will have fewer than normal controllers from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. But you know what? You can't blame somebody for not coming to work if they're not getting paid. I mean, I don't think anybody is really mad at them. And Angela, that's a big deal in Cali. And Chicago is a big deal because Chicago is a big airport. Very big airport. But you tell me to do the job the same way, you're not offering the same type of money, bro. I'm not coming either. But yeah, it seems like they're going really hard for the illegal immigrants, and they really don't like ICE. They don't want the National Guard in their cities. At this point, and then Empress said, yeah, Chicago here is a major hub. At this point, my thing is this. Well, if you don't want all of this, well, then what do you want? What is the answer? Because it kind of just seems like y'all just ain't gonna be happy as far as these governments. It's like you don't want. I guess all they want is more money. They say give us money or get your ass on. They want the money, and anything else besides that is not gonna be accepted. I said give us the money. Angela said New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, Atlanta. Yes, those are all big hubs. But everyone always says, well, this won't work, that won't work. That's, well, okay, well, what is going to work at this point? Because the Democrats had their time, Republicans had their time, and y'all, everybody still ain't happy. Well, what is the answer? And then, did y'all see when Mayor Brandon Johnson was like, locking people up won't work, and it's a sickness? He just made some crazy statements. On my other channel, Time for Tea at 907 Goodies, I reported on Chicago ICE Operation Blitz in greater detail. So go check out my other channel. I don't know what the answer is, but I'm glad I'm not up in it. I'm just like, look, let me just live my little regular life. Do what I gotta do, cook my food. We are gonna be back here for dinner, like I was telling you guys. We're doing another budget-friendly penny pinching meals. I ain't got no money meals. We're making some hamburger helper, but we're gonna use ground turkey instead of ground beef. You can use whatever one you want to use, whatever one you find on sale, preferably. As we go into the rest of this year in 2026, I think these budget meals might be the way for some of y'all because food stamps cracking down. Things are more expensive now than they have ever been, and I don't know when it's gonna. I would love to say, well, when this gets better, but it's looking like it's going to get a lot worse and a lot harder before it gets better. So we're going to take a deep dive into these budget-friendly meals, and I'm really going to be trying really hard to create more budget-friendly meals for you guys. But yes. And it said, don't forget about your local pantries. Yes, y'all, the food banks. And I wonder, okay, so I heard in 2026, things are going to get harder for people. Um, but everything that's going on. So I wonder when people cannot buy junk food off of SNAP and food stamps, are we going to see more people at the food bank? Or you know what? You guys are gonna have to just cook at home. Okay? You can't be going and buying all this pre-made stuff and like you're making dinner for your kids. You're gonna have to cook the long way, which is what I've always done that. Cook the long way. Make stuff from scratch. It really ain't that hard. Now, if you have a whole bunch of kids, you got to work a full-time job, and you got to cook at home, that can be a lot. But it's all about prepping. It's all about planning out your meals properly. I know a lot of stuff that we already talked about on this channel. But shout out to Ish. Thank you so much for coming through with the gifts. We appreciate it. Shout out to all the moderators and the members. I appreciate you so much. Ember said crime about to really go up now, especially since the holidays are coming. That is funny that you say that, Emperor, because Trump is pushing this no crime policy in these places where the National Guard is currently in. I'm curious to see how DC will do when the National Guard steps away. Are these same criminals gonna come back out and act a fool? Like, what, like what's gonna happen in the long run? And we would love to live in a crime-free city, but we gotta be a crime-free world. But we gotta be realistic. We gotta be realistic. You could be out here eating good and somebody out here starving. And instead of them putting in that work to eat good too, they can try to steal your stuff. So I'm curious to see how this is gonna look in the long run. But I know one thing, we're gonna be right here talking about it in the safety of our own home. But I will see you guys in the next one. I'm finna get up out of here, clean the kitchen, get Ava situated. See you guys back for dinner. Shout out to the Foodie Gang members and the moderators, everyone for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Foodie Gang, gang, gang. Peace. I'll see y'all later.